Hello again in our auditorium to the last session today. It's with Capella Systems from the US, and I welcome Ikuyo, the CEO of Capella. May you introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, Yuta. Thank you for having me at this event. My name is Ikuyo Yamada from Capella System. As some of you we might have met at the past trade shows, but unfortunately with this COVID, we're meeting virtually. But I'm very excited to be here. So thank you so much for having me, Yuta.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, let's talk about you and your company, about your team.
Okay.
Maybe you can introduce the company quickly to our audience.
Yep. So I started this company with some of the employees from Rosette team, which some of you guys might know. Rosette was acquired by Harmonic. Back in 2009, I started this company in the hopes that we will create next generation of software that handles media. So the idea was to come up with a new, more modern type of software that could cater to upcoming requests from customers. And we're based in San Jose. We also have a sales and marketing office in Tokyo. We have customers all over the world with helps of great partners like x-dream.
Thank you. Yeah, since Capella is active since a few years, you started with the bright product range. Maybe you could give us an overview about this, and then we look a bit deeper into the products themselves.
Okay, sounds good. So we have basically three main core products, all software-based, designed for enterprise-level customers. We have Cambria FTC for transcoding. We have Cambia Live series for live encoding. We have a new addition to our product portfolio. It's a packaging product, both for Cambria FTC Packager as well as Cambia Live Packager.
May we have a deeper look into Cambria FTC? I think it's one of the most longest products you're offering.
Yeah. So when I started this company and I got an idea of Cambria FTC as a next generation transcoder, I wanted to kind of take all the good things from what we offered at Rosette in Carbon Coder, but also resolve a lot of the issues that I saw. So this is a product, very basic workflow. Cambria FTC, multiple FTC could be managed by a Cambria cluster, which has a redundancy functionality, so you could have a Cambria cluster backup. So it supports wide range of file formats, including like Dolby Vision, 4K. We support all the way to 8K, as well as HEVC.
Is there a limitation for farms, or is it unlimited?
Yeah, so basically it has no limit. So, you can connect as many Cambria FTC as your transcoding volume requires. It's a very simple operation. It could be operated by UI using user interface, or the watch folder for automation, or simply integrate our transcoder as an engine through use of API.
And what are the most outstanding features of that product?
So basically, there are a few key factors. One is definitely quality. We only license and use the best quality codec in the market, such as X264, X265. Second is the speed. We do a lot of handling, not just the decoding and encoding, but also pass-through or supporting a growing file, so we can process as the file comes in. It just saves overall media processing time. Two other things is flexibility. Our software is designed, so it's designed to evolve with customers. And as you know, the market changes so rapidly, so our customers' requirement. It's built so that it can keep up not only meeting today's requirement, but also whatever comes in the future. It also has a lot of innovative features such as text recognition functions, dynamic encoding for maximizing quality while reducing the bandwidth. So, those are the maybe like few main points about our products that are quite unique to a product.
Could you give us a bit of an idea what customers are using that product and for what use cases?
Yeah, so basically, for FTC, our main customers would be broadcasters. They are using us to prep media for whatever the device is. The media gets moved from editing to, like, for example, playout. There has to be a transcoding process that gets involved. So we can do things like converting from house formats such as MXF, transcoding to AVR, HLS, MPEG-Dash, or MPEG to different sorts of broadcasting formats. We also have customers in post-production houses, prepping media, or the IPTV, and then also web.
And you just mentioned a new product, the FTC Packager. What was the motivation to develop this product?
So basically, as we got into more customers and talking about transcoding, we definitely saw the needs of more flexible software-based packaging solution that could really adapt to customers' existing workflow. So that's how we came up with the idea. So basically, we can ingest, we can import the multiple bitrate input TS or MP4 files that are already encoded, and those can come from existing hardware encoders the customers already have. Cambria FTC Packager could run in cloud or on local PC and create all these AVR formats like HL, CMAF, MPEG-Dash, MSS.
Good. Is it available as a separate product or is it part of FTC? How can I get that packager?
Yeah, so the packager is a standalone product, so you could just purchase Cambria FTC Packager as a standalone solution.
Perfect. Can you give us a bit of a use case overview for the broadcasting customers you work together? Where do they need the packager?
So basically, the need for the packager is growing. It's because the needs for basically the change in this market where the customers are viewing contents over the net. So our customers have to use a packager to package media into different AVR formats. So it could be streamed to different devices.
Thank you. Another product you carry in your portfolio is Cambria Live, which is somehow the same but completely different. May you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah, the concept is the same, that it's a flexible software solution. It does live encoding, so we can ingest live feeds such as SDI, RTP, and we can do real-time live encoding to different streaming formats. So what you're seeing right here is our Cambia Live UI with the Cambia Live edit function. So what this allows you to do is to edit the live events while you're doing live streaming, setting multiple in and out points, creating highlight clips without having any downtime.
What is a typical customer for this product? And which typical customer use the UI we just see?
Yeah, so most of our typical customers' use case is broadcasters who's doing live events, especially like long duration live events. So while they do the continuous live streaming, they have multiple editors editing for highlight clips. I would say almost 100% of them are professional enterprise level broadcasters.
And what does your application different from others?
I think that back in even like maybe a few years ago, that this kind of live encoding solution was all hardware based. But we do believe that providing that offering much more flexible, versatile software solution, and especially with our wide range of portfolio within Cambia Live series, we can cater to any sorts of workflow that involves live encoding, and not just the live encoding, but also involving transcoding.
Very good to hear. Beside the Cambria Live application itself, it comes with the broadcast manager and some other nice products around it. Could you explain the difference?
Yeah, so we have a product called Cambia Broadcast Manager, which can manage multiple Cambia live machines. So what it does is it does things like schedule live events and then assign each live event jobs to a different Cambia live machines. Like as you can see on this screen, you can schedule multiple live events, and BCM will take a look to see which live machine is available to do. It also does things like scheduled machine maintenance. It also does all the handling of ad insertions. So basically, for monetizations, we can ingest Scotty 104 or eSum XML and do the ad insertions in the forms of Scotty 35 output.
I think we do have a screenshot for the ad topic as well. Let me jump to that one. It's at the very end, I know. Here we do have it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could give a little bit of insight what you did, especially here together with a partner. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so our partner is Yospace. They specialize in SSAI solution. So basically what this allows you to do to monitor multiple live events at the same time and manually insert ads. So some of the events, like it doesn't even come with ad insertion points information in SDI. So this allows the operator to take a look at the events as the live streaming is going and then queue multiple ads insertion in order to monetize content.
Which is a hot topic. We already spoke
Yeah.
about this today. Another product which comes with the Cambria Live series is Cambria Live Edit.
Mm-hmm.
What is
So,
the focus of it?
so Cambia Live Edit is really allows you to create highlight clips during a live event. So as you can see, multiple editors can work on a single event or a different event. It comes with functions for color markers. It allows you to set multiple in and out point. You have two options. So once you set in and out points, you can re-import the highlight clip back to Cambia Live and restream right away, or you could send the segment clip over to connected Cambria FTC, which is our transcoding software, and then Cambria FTC could at the same time create VOD clips in MXF or some other formats. So this kind of like allows you to create a very efficient hybrid workflow of handling of VOD clips and doing live streaming at the same time.
Does it need that I use Cambria Live to use Cambria Live Edit? How is the interaction between the different product features?
Yeah, so you do have to have a Cambia Live, as Cambia Live is the one that's doing live encoding and then also creating a file for edit. So you have a Cambia Live, and Cambia Live itself could have a Cambia Live Edit, which is a built-in editing function, or you could purchase additional Cambia Live Editor that could be installed on multiple machines across the network connected to Cambia Live to do live editing by multiple editors.
Okay. Another product which is in that series is the Cambria Live Packager. Explain a little bit what is good for.
So Cambia Live Packager is the same concept as Cambia FTC. What it does is we can ingest encoded live streams, and then we can packaging it into different ABR formats like HL, CMAF, Microsoft Smooth Streaming. So this multiple live inputs, what's coming into Cambia Live Packager, that could come from existing hardware encoders that you're already using that sends RTP, RTMP, and we do the packaging either in cloud or on-premise in the local machine and stream to those different streaming formats.
So what are the typical customers using Cambria Live?
So Cambia Live is interesting in a sense because it could be used as fully automated workflow with BCM for scheduled live events for 27 or ad insertion handling. It could also be used as a studio setup to do switching in between different camera inputs, doing text layer and layer. So we have customers for Cambia Live Studio, like church, corporate, schools, organizations. For the BCM and Cambia Live, most of our customers are broadcasters.
And where are your most customers are located? In the US, in Asia, or?
So the funny thing is we have a large and then the biggest installation outside of the US somehow. I think it's because we do cater a lot to international customers. Often their requests or needs could get forgotten by US manufacturers, and that's totally opposite in our case. So we have a large installation base in Europe as well as Asia, particularly Japan, because we have a sales and marketing office there. And Europe is doing great because we have a great partner like you guys, Yuta.
Thank you. What is a typical time to roll out an installation, either for the file recording or for the live recording? How long does it take a customer to use your products?
So like one of the very strengths that we have is that it just takes no time. It's very easy to use. So anyone who knows how to use a computer will be able to install really quickly. And our user interface is very intuitive. It's very, very easy to use, which is very unique because a lot of broadcasting equipments are quite difficult to use. So you need to be trained for that. With us, you just need to be trained to use computer.
Yeah, that's something we can confirm from the x-dream side. It's really super simple for customers to get up and running with the Capella products. And I think you need to mention your great customer support. What does make Capella so passionate about the product, and what is your core value to the customer?
I think that core value is that we work with customers and we always strive to provide the simplest solution to a very complex problems that customers are seeing. I think that our customers are seeing a whole new set of challenges in comparison to like 10 years ago, where that there are more ways to deliver the media, the workflow is getting very complex because it involves not only just a live encoding as a live encoding single workflow, but it also has to worry about VOD aspect of it. Our software is able to cater to those challenging topics by providing not the complex solution, but very simple solution. And we believe that solution can be found and evolved by working really closely with customers. So we are known to be a very best when it comes to support and working with customers. And then we really take pride in that.
Something I can confirm from my side as well. Yeah, the customer support at Capella is really amazing. One topic of customer support is also third-party integration. So making Capella available in, for example, workflow systems, in MUM systems. Could you give us a quick insight what integrations you are already did and what is necessary from customer side or from third-party side to integrate Capella?
Yeah, so when we designed this software, we wanted this software to be as easy as possible to be integrated into existing workflow. I know that our competitors heavily invest in like workflow layer of transcoding, but our approach is very opposite. Instead of coming up with our own workflow layers, we built our engine with a very modern, streamlined API that makes it easier for customers to do integration because we let specialists take care of the workflow layer so that we could just continue to focus on transcoding engine. It also comes with like a plugin filter that could be used to come up with an integration filter into Cambria FTC. So a lot of our partners like Easy Titles for subtitling, for some of the forensic watermarking companies like NextGuard or Kantar for audio have used the plugin filter to do integration. So, you know, we understand that transcoding cannot just be a simple transcoding process. It just also involves all kinds of additional media processing that comes with transcoding. So we just bring in all our third-party tools into Cambria FTC. It just makes it easier for our users.
Is there anything you like to add on or mention in addition what the customer needs to know about you or your
I
product?
think that, yeah, oh my God. I definitely think, I think most of our customers already have some sort of existing solutions, whether transcoding or live encoding, catering to existing work. So I just want them to know that, we're not here to demand or force them for you guys to replace completely, but we make it easier for the transitions by providing a software that kind of works with current workflow, but also helps you to transit to more modern, much more effective workflow.
Yeah, one strength is that Capella is going not too much into the past, but looking very much into the future, and all the topics about UHD, whatever, is a topic for Capella, and they are always on the latest new codecs and support
Yeah.
them. I think that's also a reason why a lot of customers are switching to, or not switching, adding Capella to their portfolio to be ready for the future.
Yeah. And I think we really have an advantage of starting this company because we will be able to, we were able to design this new generation software based on much more modern architecture in consideration of 4K, 8K HEVCs, those new type of formats. So definitely that we're looking into a future, whatever that comes, our product is designed to keep up with it.
Perfect. Ikuyo, many thanks for today. Ikuyo will join in the coffee bar, but yeah, it's on you to have the last words.
Yeah, so it's pity that we don't get to meet in person, but we are just as active doing those, in the virtual world, trying to connect with as many customers as possible. So feel free to contact us anytime. We would love to help you set up a trial license, answer any questions you have. So, and I really do look forward to meeting you guys in person next year once we are past COVID pandemic.
Perfect. Many thanks, Ikuyo.